It was disgusting. I wanted to throw up, actually. You want things that are easy to cut and pick up on a fork, and even smaller bites. So you don't want to get something like pasta or like fucking, God forbid, a chicken wing or something crazy. Meaning, so if you don't get no dessert, you probably won't use that silverware, okay? Remember this. Remember this. If you get to the table and he try to sit down first, you know, make sure you're seated and comfy. That's very ungentlemanlike. Upright posture, never slouch, bitch. Sit on the edge of that chair. That ass is tooted back. That back is straight. You feel me? Like, where the fuck else would I be going? You know, put two and two together. I'm not gonna say, oh, I gotta go pee. Like, fuck. You never want to sit back in your chair, honey. You're never that comfortable. It's important to know, like, a proper way to scoop your noodles up on a fork without doing it real hood-like, you know? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dash. Okay, so y'all know by this point, as many times as I have said it, when I'm gone, something major is happening. That means I'm working, right? So yeah, that's why I haven't been here in 7 days. But either way, we are getting into our little Christmas special. So I'm gonna drop a video 3 days in a row. Yeah, yeah, 3 days. Well, yeah, 3 days. The last one will be on Christmas Day, I think. I don't know, maybe the day after Christmas, I don't know. I know you're gonna get one today and tomorrow and the next day though, okay? So either way, we have a lot to cover in this video. We're gonna talk about like etiquette that you guys clearly don't know, which is a little concerning for me, so I have to make sure you understand that. And then two, some first date tips kind of are in the mix of this etiquette stuff. So either way, girl, it's gonna have you starting your dating life for 2023 correctly, right? And my next program, well, one of my next programs, it's called Date Like a Goddess, period. It's gonna be a super, super intense dating program, period, for everyone, all age, shape, form, whatever stage you're at, right? So I'm super excited about that program. It even comes with a fucking workbook. I thought of it all, right? So either way, lots of things are coming. We even have a passive income program coming next year. I'm super turned about because that's one thing I really want to show y'all, how to get to the money so you can live life. You know, because that's what you're here to do. You're here to live life, not worry about money and bills and shit, right? So all of those things are coming, and I've been like working so hard. Like, seriously, all jokes and giggles aside, when my coaching class was like, oh my God, you look so tired. Girl, I'm exhausted inside. You know, I'm like not sleepy, but fucking tired, you know? So that's where I'm at. But, you know, I always feel like it's so worth it when it comes down to like me building a product or building a new course or doing anything that I like am passionate about. So 100% worth the lack of sleep. I'll sleep later, right? So either way, be super excited about that. I'm so excited for this next year of life. Y'all are about to see some crazy shit on this new journey that I plan on taking, and it's just exciting to be able to do it with you, you know? So that's where I'm at. Everything is positive, beautiful, and I'm glowing and growing, and I hope you're doing it with me, right? So we're gonna talk about dating etiquette and some first date tips in this video. Also, disregard my hoodie, right? Girl, it's cold. Like, what the fuck? Y'all know I am from Florida. Born and raised, baby girl. So, like, I don't fuck with the cold. And it's cold in Atlanta. It's cold and I'm not feeling it. They said something about snow tomorrow. I don't even, excuse me? You know what I mean? So, bear with the bad bitch. I'm covered in a blanket and my hoodie, and I have heat on. Period, okay? Number one, you are going on a date. You are going on a date, right? And this is your first real freaking date. And he lets you know that you're going to a really dope place, right? That you've never been to. So the first thing you need to do is look at that restaurant on Instagram. Now, most restaurants at this phase in life have an Instagram page, and I say the Instagram page because you can see pictures of people in the restaurant having a good time and peep the vibes, peep the environment, peep the clothing that other people are wearing, so you can get the vibe of the type of wear. You know what I'm saying? Wear what you want. Wear what's flattering on that body, girl. Show it off, but make sure you fit the vibes, because period, like, fit the vibes. And I feel like any sense of overdressing is fitting the vibes, you know? But at the same time, just be mindful of like the environment, the aura, the energy you want to give inside this restaurant, you know? If it's a dark and dim, like, restaurant like Mastro's, for example, or like Del Frisco's or something. Not the Del Frisco's in Atlanta because it's bougie. I mean, it's ratchet. But like Del Frisco's in like DC, so they're dim, right? So you want to make sure you're wearing something like sexy and like classy, elegant. You know what I mean? I don't love the word elegant because I think it's overstrung on this app, you know? But at the same time, You want to give sexy, classy, you know, show some shoulders, show some chest, but still cover the body. Don't wear nothing super short. And basically, always look up the place that you're going to and figure out what the vibe is before you just come in there, you know. Okay, number 2, let him order for you. I've talked about this before. It's just a man thing. Like, and honestly, like, my ex trained me. I don't know if train's the right word, but he trained me to like expect it. Like, I mean, I'm not even looking at this fucking menu. I don't even know what half this shit is, honestly, you know. Now I do, but back then in 2020, you know, being exposed to such you know, high-end restaurants and stuff, I wasn't that was my first full girlfriend relationship, so that wasn't my, like, you know, I had my dates with sugar daddies, but as far as it being a regular thing, like going to like lavish and over the top restaurants, themed restaurants and stuff, like I'm not looking at this menu. I'm gonna let my man order for me, you know. So that's how it would go. A lot of men like that. And if they don't order for you, because some men just don't fucking get it, right? Order something similar to what he ordered. It's just easier, you know, whatever. Keep it cute. Always order things or always eat things that are easy to pick up. Like the one time we was at where were we? We were in Miami, a restaurant on the beach. But it was a super nice restaurant. They have live performances and everything. And he ordered me like truffle pasta, which was chef's kiss, bitch. But like when you're eating pasta, you know, like a lot of people tend to lean into their fork. You have to remember proper etiquette, honey, especially when you're out on a date. So like you always want to make sure you cut up the pasta so it's not super long and stringy. And then you want to twirl it on your fork. And then you want to use a spoon. Please, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just search eating pasta with a spoon and fork on YouTube. I'm sure there's a video. I'm gonna have examples of this inside of the Date Like a Goddess program and stuff, but it's important to know like a proper way to scoop your noodles up on a fork without doing it real hood like, you know. And then you always want to take smaller bites. So even if you have to eat the pasta really slow, you want to do that. And you never want to bring your head into the plate. You always want to bring the fork to your mouth. Okay, I hope I didn't say a lot. Remind it if you need to. Okay, so number 3, your phone should always be in your purse, and your purse should always be in the chair behind you. When you put your phone in the chair behind, when you put your purse in the chair behind you, it, one, prevents you from putting your bag anywhere else. I think it's tacky to hang your bag on a chair at a high-end restaurant. And then, like, it also keeps you on the edge of your chair, which helps you with your posture. You never want to sit back in your chair, honey. You're never that comfortable. Always have good posture. Always sit up straight and tall. Always sit on the edge of your chair. Don't sit on the edge so fucking dramatically. It's like, okay, you can back up a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be, like, slumped in the chair or, like, sitting too far back in the chair. That's just not the proper posture or the proper etiquette to have on a date, especially when you want somebody to take you serious. Yeah, that one speaks for itself, right? And then another, like, medium tip that can, I guess, go with this one is, like, if you do need to check your phone, go to the bathroom. And when you go to the bathroom, you don't have to tell them that you, oh, I need to go to the restroom, or I need to go to the bathroom, whatever. You excuse yourself. Now, one thing I can say, that has been tricky for me a few times because, like, the men don't want to walk me to the bathroom, which I think is really nice if we're in a busy establishment and it's a lot going on. Like, remember we went to this, like, restaurant lounge bar one time, and I was on a date. This wasn't with my ex, like, but I was on a date with another really good contender. You know, that's the story for another day. But he walked me to the bathroom, and I just thought it was so cute because it really was far from where we were sitting. And, like, it was like, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, I don't know if he did it for his own insecurities, like, ooh, I don't want no man to walk up to her and say nothing to her on her walk back, or if he just did it out of being, those are my cookies, if he did it out of being a pure gentleman and just, you know, wanting to make sure I'm good, okay? Let me take them up. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what it was. Either way, it was just a nice thing in the establishment we was in. It made a lot of sense. And, like, I've also been in environments where, like, you know, damn, that might have been a nicer thing to do, but I also was fine going to the restroom by myself. And I never said I'm going to the restroom. I would say, excuse me. Like, where the fuck else would I be going? You know, put 2 and 2 together. I'm not gonna say, oh, I gotta go pee. Like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it makes sense to me, but in case it doesn't make sense to you. So number 4, I mentioned this one. And number 2, upright posture, never slouch. Upright posture, never slouch, bitch. Sit on the edge of that chair. That ass is tooted back, that back is straight. You feel me? inattention, honey. Like, I'm telling y'all, if y'all could just master the little shit, like posture and the way you look his ass in the face when you're talking and the way you use your eyes in conversations and just act so fucking interested. I mean, literally, even if you're not. A lot of times you probably will be interested, but like, even if you're not, I mean, that shit alone could take you so far. So fucking far, okay? Okay, number 5, never be rude to service staff. Oh, this is tackiest shit ever. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Even if you, and then if you're with a date, that's a red flag, baby. When they're rude to service staff, like, don't ever walk around and think you're better than someone else. You could easily be in this person's position. And then, like, I think it's a special place for a person that's a server. Like, I know so many people who are servers who love their job. So, like, I don't see why people would try to like make them feel small or minuscule, or why it's a reason to be rude. A lot of them are always helpful, and you also don't know what somebody is going through that day, so why be a bitch when you don't have to be a bitch? I've actually, like, we all know, I've dated the shallow, I've dated every type. Okay, so I've been on a few dates with people who were rude to staff, and not even necessarily rude, but like my ex would say like, hello, when he was trying to get somebody's attention. And it's like, Nick, like, say excuse me. Like, I mean, I remember the first time he did it, I was absolutely like appalled. I'm like I'm checking him, you know, and at this point, whatever. You know, y'all know how that relationship was. But like, I'm telling him, like, you don't have to talk to her like that. Like, say excuse me. Or like, if he needed something, I'm an ass now. Don't say nothing. I got this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But never be rude to like service staff. Like, it's no reason to be mean or rude to people or whatever. Like, and then a lot of people be like, well, sometimes the service are bad. Yeah, everybody doesn't have a perfect day, but that doesn't mean that you have to be a shitty person because they're being a shitty person. Be nice to them, and maybe they'll want to be nice to you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they are having a shitty day, you never know. The last table could have been 20 people and they left her $100 tip. You know, that's crazy. So either way, you know, just be kind. Kindness is a virtue, you know? Remember that always. And number 6, this is just something to pay attention to. When you get to the table, he should always make sure you're seated first. Ooh, baby, that's some tacky ass shit, girl. If you get to the table and he try to sit down first, he don't make sure you're seated and comfy. That's very ungentlemanlike, you know? And like, he should already pull out your chair, you know, but at the bare minimum, if that man sits down before you sit down, he is not a gentleman. He is not a gentleman. He has no etiquette either, and that's not cute. Okay, so number 7, this is just a mini tip because a lot of my girlies ain't been to these fancy ass restaurants, okay? But the silverware that's sitting at the top of your plate, that's for dessert, okay? Meaning, so if you don't get no dessert, you probably won't use that silverware, okay? Remember this. Remember this, because I remember my first time, like, oh, all these fucking, you know what I mean? Like, no, that shit at the top of the plate, that's for the dessert, boo. And a lot of men, like, high value men on dates, they usually like go for dessert. They usually want like a multi-meal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that became like a normal thing. So yeah, to each his own. Okay, number 8, when you're eating, I know shit be good. I know sometimes this may be the nicest meal you ever had. But baby, take small bites of that food. Take small bites of that food. Don't be having a mouthful of food and shit. That's not cute. And it's not running away from you. And then, you know, a lot of people used to say, like, don't take to-go boxes. I don't see a fucking problem with that. Because sometimes shit be better when it's heated up the next day and you can bask in the great date you had the night before, you know? So I'm gonna say take some small bites of food, and if you don't finish, boo, get it put in a box. At those fancy restaurants, they usually box it up for you, so you don't ever even have to touch it. They'll box it up for you, put it in a cute little bag, and you're on your way, you know? And like, most people don't care about stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's whatever. If you want the food, and it's like, that's just some shit. That's weird as fuck to me. Like, you know, just do that. But always take small bites with your food when you're eating. It's not going anywhere, and you don't want to have a full mouth or have to cover your mouth if you're asked a question while you're eating because your mouth is so full. Okay? You know, this is random. This ain't a tip. But like, you know, a lot of people be like, you know, I need to get a salad whenever they go out. Like, you know, I tend to do that sometimes. Like, I might get a salmon salad. That's like the easy go-to. But a salmon Caesar, to be specific. But you don't have to do that. But I do recommend when you order food, don't order like heavy shit. Don't order pastas and stuff like that. Like, I would have never ordered that pasta if that's not what, you know, he just knew me. Just to know. But like, I would have never ordered that pasta on some like regular shit, like on a regular date with just like someone new. Like, I would order something, always like a meat, and it's usually fish. So like, usually salmon, rice, and it's usually a vegetable or like salmon, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Or like, I mean, it's such a standard ass meal, but it's like still easy to eat. You want things that are easy to cut and pick up on a fork and eat in smaller bites. So you don't want to get something like pasta or like fucking, God forbid, a chicken wing or something crazy. Like, bitch, okay? I don't even want to have to do that with you. Okay, so number 9 is, this one is really pertaining to, you know, you got your man who loves to buy a bottle. Like, have I told y'all that story? But the man I went on a date with, he was a multi-millionaire, but he was disgusting. He was so fucking sloppy. It was disgusting. I wanted to throw up, actually. But he ordered 2 bottles of champagne. And let me tell y'all, he kept trying to like fill my glasses. So you trying to get me drunk? Do you know what'll happen if you get me drunk? The truth will come out. And you don't want that, okay? But he kept like pouring my glass. Like, I could take a sip, y'all, and like he gonna pour it all the way to the top or whatever. Like, so honestly, I probably drank 2 full glasses of champagne, but out of 2 bottles, because I would sip it slow so he would never have much to top me off with. But you know, he was definitely drunk by the end of the day, and he definitely never saw me again. Didn't matter how much money you got or how easy of a lick you are. I'm good, right? But yeah, so like the whole point in that though is when you're drinking out of something like a champagne glass, it's not too bad when you have a straw. But if you're drinking out of a champagne glass or a clear glass like the water glass, you want to try to drink from the same part of the glass, because you don't want your lipstick stained all around the edges of the cup. Okay, like that shit is tacky and it looks really nasty, and you know, we keeps a greasy lip, right? And for my girls that love lipstick, red lipstick on a white glass, on a clear glass around the rim is fucking disgusting. So like, try to drink from the same area of the cup when you pick it up. Okay, so this is actually a tip. I mentioned it before, but I'm gonna say it again. You do not have to say, I have to go to the bathroom, or I need to go to the bathroom. You just simply excuse yourself. Okay, and this goes back to like some other shit that once again don't have nothing to do with this video. Y'all be explaining yourselves too much. Stop explaining yourself. Stop over explaining yourself. You don't owe nobody explanation for shit, for real. You haven't hurt nobody, you haven't done nothing to nobody, you don't owe nobody explanation. So stop over explaining yourself, you know? If he was to say, oh, where you going? Where the fuck else would I be going? I would just smile and just go on your way. Like, I mean, shit is common sense at this fucking at this fucking point. And you know, I could see a man saying, where you going? Like, I could see a man saying, where you going? You know, if he think you finna duck off on him or something. Like, he think you finna leave his ass. You know, I can see that, but that's really the only reason a man should ever ask you, like, where you going? And if the chemistry and the energy of the date's been going well, he shouldn't have, you know, that thought even in his head. So, you know, T. Then the last one, this is when y'all definitely don't know and you're definitely doing wrong. At the end of the meal, you know the napkin that you unfolded on your lap? Most people will fold it in half and place it on their plate. That's nasty. You shouldn't do that. You should fold it nicely and place it on the left side of the plate, okay? That is just proper etiquette. One thing I didn't mention early in this video is my great aunt. She came to my 16th birthday party. Y'all know I had one of the crazy ass parties. Shout out to my mama. It was a Candyland theme. And I remember we had a lunch like the next day at like Golden Corral or some shit. And like my aunt like taught all us etiquette. Like, and it's like so funny how life is so full circle. Rest in peace to her now. She passed away a couple months ago. But like, it's just crazy how shit happens. Like, I never thought that I would be on the internet talking about etiquette. Like, what the fuck? You know, I was 16 and thought that was some bullshit, but she was trying to put me on game early on. So it's super important to pay attention and remember the things that we were taught by our elders. Shout out to her. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that I gave you some gems. I know I gave you some gems. I know it's at least 2 things in this video you ain't never heard of. Period. Like, we're getting into our Christmas flow. I really wanted a cute little Christmas hat for this. Like, what the fuck? It was on my list of things to do today. Didn't happen, you know? So I'm gonna try to find a hat tomorrow in the daytime so I can come on with my other 2 videos with my hat on. And then on Friday, I might go live. I'm gonna go live, yeah. So Friday night, today is Wednesday. So today is Thursday. Shit. Okay, so today is Thursday. So tomorrow's Friday, the 23rd. Saturday night, I'm gonna go live with the Priestley, so y'all can meet everybody because my family has an annual, like, we call it the Christmas Eve turn up. And my mama and my aunt and my granny make all this food and desserts. We have all these different drinks and like we have, you know, themed shirts and shit. So I'm probably gonna go live on Saturday night and like turn up with y'all for a little bit, probably around like 9-10 p.m. and it's so funny. My mom just texted me while I'm saying that. And Yeah, so we'll have another video, of course, tomorrow and Saturday at 10 a.m. And then, yeah, so check me out on Saturday nights on, I think I'm gonna do YouTube Live, like either YouTube Live or Instagram Live. Probably YouTube Live though. I think that would be more fun. Like, y'all are my fam, you know? So either way, and if you're not on my Instagram, follow me, period, okay? Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is about it for me for tonight, and I'll see you in the next one.